This meeting is being recorded. All right, all right. And I see us. All right, we good? Y'all saw it? Oh, where did my things go? I just closed my my thingy bob, but that's okay. That's okay. I got it. All right. Let me mute everybody out. Let me be a little bit more professional now since we're live and I am recording. I'm going to mute everybody because I got the power and it's my favorite thing to do. Absolutely. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome to IceBestU Team Express Business Zoom. It's me, Debbie Beebe, and I'm happy to be your host tonight. I'm happy you're all here. And we have so many great things going on. I'm going to ask you, I'm going to do some housekeeping real fast. I'm going to ask you, I know it's tempting. We all want to talk. We're network marketers. I'm going to ask you to hold your questions till the end. I want to respect our guest tonight, respect his time. And I know he has a hard out at 6 p.m. PST. So we are going to go a little bit longer than that because we have some other special things to talk about. But I'm just going to ask that you hold your questions, your statements, your thoughts. If you want, you can put them in the chat box and we'll make sure that we address them after we've heard from our guest tonight. I'm going to really fast go over recognition because I just think that corporate always needs to know about our recognition. And so I'm going to do that. What do you guys do when I call out the sponsor's name and the newest rank advancement? Oh, you got more energy than that for me, don't ya? Come on now. All right, thank you for that. All right, here we go. So we had 6 rank advancements last week. We had over 95 people join this team this last month, and that is so freaking exciting. And if you enrolled somebody, make sure that you put them in IceBestU and you welcome them. But let's go over the 6 rank advancements for last week. We have sponsor Dr. Colleen Olitsky, and her newest consultant is Nancy Burkhart. We have sponsor Alvy Shepard, newest consultant Tommy Peterman. I see you guys. I see you guys. Nice energy. All right. We have sponsor Andrea Metzler and her new consultant Peter Nolan. We have sponsor Monique Fazer and her new consultant Willow Carey. I want to make it fancier than that. I think I'm butchering. I'm so sorry. Sponsor Debbie and Jeff Beebe. Our new consultant is Kevin Schlumpenberger. And then sponsor Frank and Dee Hernandez, new consultant Stephen Waldman. So congratulations to all you new consultants. Congratulations for all you do. And congratulations to you sponsors and anybody that has been actively going out and sharing the Isogenic story and making sure people know what we have in our hands and what they too can have in their hands and their opportunity. Now I get to introduce our special guest. And you know, not only is he special because he's corporate, not only is he special because he has not just our region, the West Coast, what? I know it's Pacific region, I get it, but everything's West Coast to me, right? And Canada, not just because of that, and not just because he's been with Isogenics, what is it, 4 years now, I think? 4 years, and not just because he's an amazing husband and an amazing father, not just because of that, but he's our great friend because he is our business partner, because he has taken, for me and Jeff personally, he has just taken us and treated us like family. And he makes sure that all our business needs or any questions are taken care of. He takes care of this team like we're his own kids, even though Jeff and I are older than him. But I get to introduce to you our guest tonight from Isogenics corporate executive team. We have Mr. Kal Elam, or there's a longer way to say his name, and I'm going to ask him to say his last name because I don't want to butcher that.
I should have changed it to Kal Elam on my thing. But yeah, it's Kal Elampooranar. There we go.
There we go. I love it. I think everybody deserves to have their name spoke out loud. So Kal, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and I can hardly wait to learn what you have for us.
Appreciate you. Thanks, Debbie. And thank you everyone for welcoming me. What a great welcome, eh? Like we truly are family. When Debbie says family, it's not about rank. It's not about being a 16 star or an 18 star. I mean, it is for you, but it's not for us. As long as you're helping people and you're changing lives, that's the most important thing, right? So like Debbie says, I'm Kal Elam. I'm the Director of Sales for US Pacific and Canada. Now in the chat real quick, can you guys chat in this or is it disabled? Okay, my hands up, hands up. Put your hands up if you guys are a recognition rank executive or above. Recognition rank. Okay, well, that's a good number. That's nearly half of you. How about recognition rank director or above? Okay, we have 3. Mark Greer. Okay, Renee. Recognition rank manager or above. Okay, we have 2 of you and 3 of you. Okay, fantastic. Okay, this is a perfect call. Because this call, like most corporate calls, are about the pools, the income, the money, how you can earn more to help more people, right? The manager pools, the director pools, and most important of all, leader in action. There's one thing that I always tell my peeps, whatever I'm talking with, is the question I have is, are you happy with your paycheck, right? And if your answer is yes, and you're kind of being a little bit selfish there, because you can never be happy with your paycheck, right? The more and more that you earn, what does that mean? The more and more people you are helping, right? So you always ask yourself that, oh, you know what? I'm paid as manager, paid as director, and I'm sitting quite pretty here. But Joe Schmo down the road, I know he's struggling. Let me help him, right? By you helping him, you're going to make more money. The more money that you make, the more people you're going to help. So going back to corporate and what we do, like I said, promotions. Residual income, we know cycling is it. That is like 80% of what we pay out is the cycles. But we also have those other upfront bonuses in addition to that, right? The manager pools, the director pools, the executive pools. And we always tell people your goal is to get to that executive level because there's so much more happening at that executive level in addition to helping so many people, right? Being executive, real quick stat before I go into the pools. We have the executive lifestyle bonus. So all of you recognition rank executives, I'm sure you've earned at least 1 month in those pools, in that pool, right? February of last year is when we launched it. And we had about 245 people globally earning in those pools. A year later, we've nearly tripled that amount of lifestyle bonus earners. What does that mean? We're tripling the executives out there. What does that also mean? We're getting more consultants, we're getting more managers, we're getting more directors out there, right? So we're in a great spot. And like Debbie says, we have some exciting things. Those of you that might not come right on time, there's some exciting things coming at Celebration that's going to like turn your world upside down. You guys thought, I mean, okay, Collagen Elixir was phenomenal. I don't think we'll ever get to that with a product in the future. Maybe we will. But what we have coming up in July, in August, and even in September, it's going to blow your minds away. So you should be getting started now. Getting your peeps started now. Don't wait until Celebration, right? In the past, I see so many people waiting. Oh, you know what, Cal? I'll wait for a shake week, for example, and I'll hit 3-star on a shake week. No, this is not why you do what you do. Get yourself started now. Get to work now. Work on your warm market. Work on your cold market. Get your associates to consultant now. What's going to happen a month from now? Exactly a month from now, June 28th. Exactly a month from now, you guys are going to be like, wow, I wish I had done more of my work, my foundation work a month ago, and not because you're going to be scrambling if you're not. Okay, so exciting things to come. And don't forget Celebration, right? I'll put that plug in there, July 28th, 29th, in your homes. Get together if you can with people, right? With your teams. Some states are pretty much open. If you can, if it's safe, get together. Get your teams to pre-register. If you don't pre-register for this free event, you're going to miss out on a lot of resources, a lot of fun stuff that will help your business. Okay, I'm going to go and share my screen. And some of you may have seen this presentation before, but there have been some changes as of yesterday. Can you guys see my screen? Hands up, anyone? Yeah, Yvette, thank you. Okay, so let me go slide short. Okay, leader in action. We know leader in action. Again, we preach it every single day because that is the foundation of your business. Whether you want to earn extra income, whether you want to earn those little, tote bags or towels or gift. I mean, I know Monique in Canada earn that exclusive Canada bag, right? If that's your jam, leader in action. If you want to go to Cabo, if you want to go to Fiji, if you want to go to the Maldives, wherever it is we're going to be going next year, the year after that, leader in action. That is the foundation of everything. Quick formula here. You guys know it. I'm going to say it again. We've got some managers and directors on this call. Your personal enrollments, you add up your 2 PETs, you add up your personally enrolled rank advance. What does that mean? So anyone that you personally enroll, you rank advance them, you get points. And then your active week status. Again, going back to why executive, would you rather have 16 points in a 4-week month, or would you rather have 8 points in a 4-week month? That 8-point difference is massive over 12 months. That's 96 points. 96 points. And that could be the difference between you going to Fiji or Cabo or not. Point value is pretty straightforward. You guys can see it here. You've seen it on the website, I'm sure. Again, if you look at LIA, the guys that won the Fiji trip that are either going to Miami now or not, where they really excelled is in that 6-point category, right? I mean, you can max out your 2 PET enrollments, your 20 points. You can max out your executive, right, for 4 weeks, your 16 points. But it's personally enrolled rank advancements to manager. You maximize that as much as you can. You go gung-ho and creating managers, that is your windfall. That's how you're going to get a lot of points and you're going to compete with the best. Here's an example of how the formula works. And let me just tell you this. In the pools last month, in the manager and director pools, we had 1 or 2 individuals that maxed out in both pools. So you can play in both pools, in the manager pool and the director pool in the same month, if you rank advance to director in that same month. How crazy is that? So we're not going to penalize you for working fast and working hard, right? So here's an example of what, oh, I'm going too fast. Slow down, man, slow down. Okay, this is my worksheet, my 39 points for the month of January, let's say. Right, you guys see, I've got 4 enrollments, 5 enrollments in points for the first. There's a miscalculation in the math there. It should be 5 enrollments, 12 in the second column, 16 in the third. I was 2 weeks at manager, 2 weeks at director. So I got 6 points. In this example, I'm going to skip over these, but real quick, enrollments must be 100 BV or more. So you can't just enroll someone on, I don't know, a pack of beer and think that's your enrollment. I know it sounds silly. I've had those questions before. You have to have a minimum of 100 BV enrollment. Don't let that be your minimum, right? Your minimum should be with the pack, right? The value pack, right? And then work your way down if need be, right? You must have 1 point in each category. So you must have 1 point in every single category. What's that creating? That's creating consistency. That's creating the right business acumen, the right business work, that you're not just enrolling people, but you're doing a little bit of everything. You're rank advancing people, right? You're maintaining your executive, your director status. You can find this formula in your back office under reports and recognition. I'm going to be at any questions that you have at the end of my spiel, please ask away. Don't be shy. This is what we're here for. You may have, sometimes you may have circular rank advancements. Like you might have someone that go from 1-star to 2-star, or from 1-star golden circle to 2-star golden circle. If you don't see those points right away, it's okay. Don't worry. Those rank advancements are always 1 week behind. Okay. Everything else is updated daily. If you enroll someone today, you'll see your points tomorrow. As with you rank advance someone from consultant to manager today, you'll see those points tomorrow. Okay, the pools. This is it. This is the upfront money, the foundation of the upfront money. Manager pool, director pool, and executive pool. Manager pool example right now. So we've extended it, right? Another 6 more months. The pools are live, 6 more months. In this pool, we have $75,000, right? $75,000 in this pool with a maximum payout of $1,000. Like I said, someone last month I know personally, she earned $1,000 in this pool for not really doing, I should say this compliantly, but not like busting butt 8 hours a day, right? You can play in this pool in 3 consecutive months. So for example, let's say you hit manager today, the first day of July commission month, and you earn in the pools this month. Your 1 month starts now. So July, August, September, you can play. You can't play July and then you miss out on August and play September, October. It doesn't work that way. You must have at least 1 active week at manager to play in this pool. So let's say you hit manager today, and the entire week you're paid as manager, but the next week you drop. None of his team drops, right, Jeff? You drop. Let's just say you do drop. You can still play in the pool because you've had that 1 point in that one category. Okay, you guys follow? Hands up. Yep. Okay, thank you, Gina. And then you add up your points at the end of the month with your manager week points. So you add up all your points for the month in those first 3 categories, and you add your manager week points, and then you figure out how many points you've earned in the manager pool. So here's an example. Let's say in the month of June, which just ended, we had 5,000 total points earned by everyone in that manager pool. You divide those 5,000 points by a $75,000 pool, you know, simple math, $15 per share, per point that you earn is what you're going to be earning. So 35 points is my scorecard, as you see here. 5 plus the 12 plus the 16 and plus the 2 weeks at manager. I'm not going to have those other 4 points because I was director, right? Week 3 and week 4. Do you guys follow? Okay. So my computer just froze. So I have 35 shares in this pool, not 39, 35. So out of the $15, I'm going to earn $525 by enrolling 5 people, by my people enrolling, 6 people, and those advanced points and those manager points, $525. So I'm going to ask someone that's earning this pool, not Debbie or Jeff, to quickly unmute and let us know what that first share bonus for manager, what do they use that money for? Or how did you feel earning in those pools? Anyone, volunteer. You guys are leaders. Gina, I'm calling you out. Gina, when you hit that manager rank, how did you feel in earning those shares? You have to unmute yourself too.
It was incredible to earn that, because also too, when I hit that rank, I'm going to be honest, I didn't quite know how the pools worked. Same thing when I hit executive, and I remember the executive one, I got a couple $1,000s off of that pool. I actually called a teammate and thought that Isagenix made a mistake on my paycheck. And so it was just mind blowing to me. And it was, I've always loved sharing Isagenix, just really passionate about it. It's just something I, just love to do. And so to get rewarded like that for it was just so nice, so generous.
Thanks, Gina. And we hear that all the time, like, Cal, I got a check for $2,000. Like, can you double check and make sure it's right? People that say stuff like that to me, they're doing the right thing. They're doing the right work, right? So they're focusing. So this is why we have these calls. So you guys know, the more and more you hear it, the more and more you can share with your teams, right? Director pools, a step up from manager. Again, same monthly amount in the pool, $75,000, but you got a bigger payout. You can max out at $2,500. We had a few of those last month, I believe, that maxed out at $2,500 in the director pools. I will say this real quickly. I tell everyone this. If you have a director and they're like, hey, you know what? I shouldn't say don't, but I would suggest, someone's like, Cal, you know what? This is good money, man. Like next 2 months, another $5,000 in total. I can earn $7,500. Why go to executive? My answer to that will be because you are not helping enough people. It goes back to the first thing. You're not enrolling more people. You're not getting more consultants. You're not getting more people to get their products paid for. The more consultants that you build, the more people you're helping, and the more people your 1 PET are helping as well, right? Yeah, it's great money, but we're not all in it for the upfront money, right? Bonuses, yes, but we're in it for the long haul. That's why you're on this call. Same thing, 3 consecutive months. So you earn it in July, you earn it in August and September, and that's it. You earn it in September, October, and November, that's it. You miss 1 month out of those 3, you only played 2 months. Make sense? There's no making it up on the 3rd month. Like the manager pool, in this one, you have to have at least 1 active rank week at director in this pool to earn and play in this pool. Same as before, add up all your total points for the month in the first 3 categories, add up your director weeks, and then you'll have your shares. In this example, we have 3,000 shares points that were earned, 75,000 divided by 3,000, $25. Remember, there's a lot less directors out there than there are managers, right? A lot less directors than there are managers. And that's why you probably see every single month a higher share value in directors than in managers. So in this example, my same example where I absolutely crushed it by doing what I did, I got 39 points, right? 39 points I'm going to earn in the director pools. 5 for the enrollments, never changes. 12 for my 2 PET enrollments. 16 for my personal enrolled rank advancement points. And then these 2 points here, these 4 points here for being director. I don't get those other 2 points. 37 shares. How much have I earned? $925. $925. I mean, it blows my mind. And remember this, like, even through everything that's gone on in this world, right? We've not stopped this. We keep giving because it's working. It's helping people, right? We haven't taken this money away. At the same time, it's not easy to do. Remember that, right? It's not easy to do. I'll be doing it, right? I'll be out there doing what Jeff and Debbie do, right? So, and you guys. Okay, this is new. So, and this is my slide. I finagled it a little bit this morning. This is the exec to 3-star pool. Okay, it starts July commission month, which is when? Now, that's right, through December. And you'll see this on the business plan. I don't have to read through everything, but again, this is giving the executives, again, getting to executive, not only do you have a lifestyle bonus that you're earning, the 750, 750,000, another reason to get to executive is this, it's bigger money. You're playing with bigger fish because now you can earn up to 5,000 a month. Okay, so here it's for the US, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Europe. You're going to be a recognition rank of executive to 3-star golden circle to be in this pool. Okay, and you must earn at least 40 LIA points. So you know how I earned 39? If I was an executive, I would have earned more than 39, right? Because of those 4 points per week as executive. The maximum bonus here is $5,000, regardless of share value or how many associates earned it. $5,000 is the max that you get paid out on this one. Same as before, 1 point in each category. Now here, as an executive, whether it's a 4-week commission month or a 5-week commission month, you must have 3 of those weeks paid as executive to qualify. So it's not like the previous pools where you're paid as director for 1 week or manager for 1 week and you're good. No. Now this is the executive, right? Executive status. You've got to maintain that for 3 weeks minimum to qualify in these pools. You can do everything else and paid as executive for only 2 weeks, you're not going to earn in those pools. So remember that. Hang on, computer froze again. Okay, another new pool that just came out, the 4 to 5-star pool. So again, if you're a 4-star or a 5-star, real quickly, this is what you need to do. Recognition rank 4 to 5-star, leader in action points 45 minimum. The maximum bonus that you can earn in this pool is $8,000. And just so that you guys know, we ran, again, our reporting team, our business analytics team, they always run reports from previous months to make sure that this is the right thing for our customers and our businesses, right? Because we're not going to throw it out there without looking at data. Well, I can tell you, if we started this last month, there are a whole bunch of people out there that earn between $6,000 and $8,000. Actually, people that earn more than that in this case. So it is achievable. Again, getting yourself to executive, getting yourself to 3-star, to 4-star. Once you get there, staying there, right? It is definitely achievable. And same thing with this, 1 point in each category. In this one, you've got to be paid as executive every single, at least 4 weeks of the month. So a 4-week commission month, 4 out of 4. 5-week commission month, 4 out of 5. You've got to be paid as executive. And a quick example on this. So you've got 47 points in this executive pool. Remember, the 5 points for enrollments, the 12 points for my 2 PET enrollments. So I enrolled Debbie, and Debbie's enrolling people. I'm getting points for that. Personally enrolled rank advancement, I've got 16 points. So I'm enrolling Jeff, and then Jeff gets himself to consultant and to manager or whatever. I'm getting points for that. And then my 14 points, my 14 active week points as executive. I'm not gonna get those first 2 because the first 2 I was paid as manager. So a total of 47 points. At $80 a share, 45 shares, I'm getting paid $3,600. Remember, this is an addition. Jeff is the only one pumped up right now. this is in addition to your, thank you, Kimberly and Stephanie. This is in addition to your incremental income, right? This is residual income, right? In addition to that, this is in addition to your rank advance bonuses, right? So you rank advancing yourself or your team rank advancing, right? This is in addition to your 5-cycle bonus. If you've got people in your team that are earning 5-cycle bonus, they're going to get a bonus of hitting 5 cycles, right? This is in addition to all of those PIBs. You're going to get double PIBs for enrolling 2 people in the same week in a value pack or an ultimate pack, in addition to all of that. Okay, that's pretty much the presentation. Again, you get paid the Monday closest to the 15th of every month. You don't get paid right away. Reporting have to look at everything and make sure everything's cushy. Again, resources in your back office under contests and promotions. Everything is there for you, so make sure that you check it out. Reports are there for you as well. Another thing, if you get to executive, you get access to more reports. It used to be 2-star, and now I'm making it executive. You get to executive, you get access to more reports that you can look at. Do you have any questions for me? Anyone?
I'm not seeing any questions, but I would just want to clarify, when somebody hits manager, that's when their pool qualification time starts?
If they hit manager, no. They have to be a manager for the whole week. Okay, so let's say they hit manager on Tuesday, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then next week, they drop back to consultant. No. They have to be manager for one entire commission week.
Okay, so if they started today, or they got their account and they started Friday, they became a manager, they would have to have all of next week being a manager, and then qualify, you have to have 2 weeks. So then they would have the next 2 weeks to qualify for shares, right?
In the manager pool, you have to have 1 week, 1 full commission week.
Oh, just one.
Yeah, in the manager pool, just 1 full commission week.
And they would still get a share in, or a few shares in the, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Renee's asking, allow to unmute. You know, it's funny, I have that on, so I'm not sure why it's not allowing you. Let me try it again.
Renee and then Alvi.
There it is. You worked it.
Did it work?
So real quick,
Okay.
real quick, directors is 2
Chat's
weeks,
not closed.
right? Directors, executives above, right? It's 2 weeks.
Yeah,
qualified.
yeah.
Okay.
I didn't have.
Manager is 1
I'm
week.
just trying to let you guys
Manager is 1 week, director is 1 week. It's the executives. The executives are 3-star, and the 4 and 5-star. That's when you've got to be more paid as executive weeks.
Okay. So
Manager and director is 1 week paid
so
as.
manager and directors are 1 week.
Correct.
Executive and above is 2 weeks.
No, so it depends on the pool. So the executive pool, it just came out. Let's roll it out. Let me look at my notes again. So the executive to 3-star pool, you have to be paid as executive at least 3 weeks. Executive to 3-star pool, 3 weeks paid as executive to earn in those pools. The 4 to 5-star pool, you'll be paid as executive for at least 4 weeks. So if it's a 4-week commission month in the 4 to 5-star pool, every single week going to be paid as executive. So think of it as an ELB. I qualify for the ELB. I can also qualify for the 4 to 5-star. It's every single week going to be paid as executive.
And ELB is that the executive leadership bonus,
Lifestyle
and
bonus.
that's
Yeah.
the 750, 750,
Yeah.
1,000.
Yeah.
And that's, again, another thing on top of all this money being thrown at you. I just always encourage everybody, you get to executive as fast as your little feet can run, and you stay there. You know, you don't rest, get there. Isogenics is so generous. And like Cal, I love how you said it. You know, if we get to a certain spot and we stop, are we really helping somebody else? No, because we got comfortable and we stayed where we're at and we have money coming in. But when we stop the enrolling process, when we stop the rank advancing our teammates, then what happens if we go on vacation for, I don't know, 6 months, whatever, we stopped helping other people in the name of, I got them started on a nutrition program, they're good. We stopped helping people because financially they can make a lot of money.
Yeah. I mean, before I get with Alvi, here's a question. Like, yeah, you should always have your goal, your internal goal. I'm going to hit executive. I'm going to hit 1, so I'm going to hit 2-star. internally or on your vision board or wherever it is that you post all over the house, but always remember like your team, like focus on their goals. Obviously, you don't want to have their goal more than they want their goal, obviously, right? They're going to want it, right?
I
But
thought about that this morning.
focus on their goals, on them. You make them successful, then you're going to get yourself to executive and you're going to get yourself out of that director pool and into the executive pool, right? Sorry, Alvy, go ahead,
Amen.
buddy.
No, thanks, Cal. So I have a question. So if for anyone that's executive, say the 4 to 5 star pool, so you just have to be paid as executive, right? You don't have to be, because what if you're paid like as a 3 star? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like you're so paid as executive, but you're only getting 3 star cycles, not only, sorry, not only, you're getting 3 star cycles. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm very thankful, believe me. But you're a 4 star. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what doesn't matter.
Yeah, great question. So yeah, if you are a recognition rank 4 star or 5 star, it doesn't matter where you're cycling at. You could be cycling at 2 star. That's totally fine, so long as you're paid as executive every single day. Mhm.
That's what I want to know. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, to reiterate, Cal, real quick, just so I can write it down. So 1 week for manager and director. From executive, it's 3 weeks.
From executive to 3 star pool, yeah, you have to be paid as executive for 3 weeks.
And then from 4 star to 5 star, it's 4 weeks.
And if you have to be paid as a minimum of 4 weeks, correct, paid as executive. Yep.
Fine.
And recognition rank has to be 4 to 5 star, obviously, in that pool. And recognition rank obviously has to be exec to 3 star in the other pool.
How about 6 star and above? What's that?
TBD, coming soon, coming
Okay,
soon.
perfect.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. Andrea, we can't hear you, so you're trying to talk. Mute. Unmute yourself, try it.
Did I unmark the box or mark the box again? Did I goof? Let's see.
No, you
Ask-
should be
She
able
looked
to.
unmuted for a second. There she
There
is.
we go.
Say something? No.
Turn
Your
your
microphone's
earpiece off.
not
Unplug
working.
your earpiece. Oh. Take that Bluetooth out, Andrea. Can you lose the Bluetooth?
Ah, tech support coming in.
That's right.
Under 25.
All right, well, while we're waiting on her, any other questions?
Well, I know that Cal had a hard out, so I want to respect his time. Cal, do you have time for a question or 2 more, or do you need to go?
Yeah, I can shoot with one more question.
Okay, perfect. Oh, we can't hear you, Andrea. No. I'm so
Type it in the
sorry.
chat if you have to, Andrea.
Yeah, and while we're waiting for that, just remember, you guys, when Cal does go, we're gonna send him away with love and applause and all that kind of stuff, but we still have a little bit more business, and we have a really great inspirational story to share with you guys. So don't just jump off. You want to stick around to hear what's next. Did you get it? No. All right.
Not yet.
This has
There
been
it
so
is.
amazing. There we go.
You add up all the
Add
points for only
stuff.
2 weeks of director.
So if you're, okay, I'll try and guess what she's. Yes,
Not
correct.
just the points.
Yeah, so if you're 2 weeks director, you're playing them in director pools, you add up all the points except for the weeks the week points in that 4 column, the 4th column, when you're not director. Make sense? Okay.
All right,
All right.
Cal, you know, it is always so refreshing for sure to have your face on our calls or on our Zooms. It's so refreshing to just hear your cheery voice, and we love it so much. And it is always great to go over Leader in Action. It's always great to go over the pool, especially since they just threw more money in and we have more things going on. It's so amazing how generous Isogenics is, how forward moving, and how we're getting some more new products.
That's right.
It's so amazing. So is there any last words you want to leave us with? Like, go kick butt?
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, like keep, I'm never going to say keep doing what you're doing because it's never going to be enough, right? Have your stretch goals. do more, right? And don't assume. Well, I've noticed recently, don't assume that person doesn't want this. I've heard some stories at corporate last week where a team that came in, this lady, her husband's like, you know, lack of a better word, rich, right? And so she was never approached by anyone, but she wanted this so bad because she wanted to make some money. She didn't want her husband to be the be all and end all, but she also wanted her friends to have what she has. By sharing this, they can make more money, right? So never, ever, ever judge a book by its cover, like a better word. Don't make that decision for that person. Anyone and everyone out there, you just don't know their story. And I love how you're going to be sharing stories in a bit. That's what it's about. Finding out their story, finding out their why, because you just never know. And get to work. I mean, I know you're working now, but get to work and do more, because in 4 weeks from now, you won't regret it, because you're going to be blowing up enrollments. You're going to be blowing up 2 PT enrollments. You're going to be blowing up LIA. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Guarantee it's going to happen with hard work. So,
Well, I just
love
want
you
to
guys.
say, Cal,
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you. And you know what, your family, and you've supported this team like no other. So we are so grateful you joined the corporate team when you did, and to meet you the first day in Vegas, and just you've been with us ever since. It's been amazing. All right.
Appreciate
Well,
it,
you're
love.
going to be back. He's coming back every month. He's part of the
Yeah,
team. So
absolutely.
he's just part of here once a month. All right. Let's cheer
All
him
right.
on, and then we'll go on to our business real quick.
Thanks, guys.
All right, bro.
Love you all.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Woo-hoo.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Cal.
you.
We love you.
Okay, first I want to say something. Hey, Mark Greer, unmute yourself. I mean, I see your picture. I know you're trying to show us the abs. Are you there, Mark Greer? Mark Greer, I want to say
Yeah.
something real quick. Look at this, guys.
Oh,
Look
Oh.
at this. Australia
Cal.
difference maker hats. We just received them in the mail today. 2 of them right here, another one. And we just appreciate you so much. Australia's in the house, impacting the world. So thank you,
Thanks,
bros,
bud.
for the farmer.
I cannot tell you thank you enough, Mark, because you know what? It's like Isogenics, Difference Maker, Best You, Team Express, gone Australia. I mean, it made my heart so happy that we're just like so global with Isogenics and the brand Difference Maker. Like you are a true difference maker, and you know that. You know how we feel about you, and we're so grateful for you each and every day. And you're really making a difference in so many people's lives, and we're watching you and your team. And just thank you for all you do, and thank you for these beautiful hats.
No, thanks for that. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Debbie.
No, thank you. Thank you. All right. You know, we always get on these and we do a lot of business. And I think that we could not be doing business if we didn't have the stories. And some of you guys might have missed this story. And I just thought it was such a heartwarming story. It was so important. It's just one more reason why we do what we do. Yes, this is business. And it's like, oh, we're talking about money and we're always talking about money. You know what? They say the size of your paycheck is the size of how many people you help, right? That's all it is. Money is energy. And the more energy you have, the more people you can help. When I heard this story on Alive and Best You, I stopped in my steps, and I really felt the person that shared this story should share it with all of you tonight. And whether you already heard it in Best You or not, please just lean in with your heart and your ears and really understand the magnitude that we are all making in people's lives, even when we think we're not. So if you could unmute Mr. Dana Steele and share, Man of Steel, if you could share this amazing story, we would all appreciate it.
All right, can you hear me? Okay, thank you, Debbie, for this moment to tell the story. And I'll try not to get emotional because it does mean a lot to me. So the last few years, I've really been trying to up my social media game. And, you know, I consulted the under 25-year-old group for all the tech advice. My kids told me when I lost all this weight, they said, Dad, your selfie ratio has gone sky high. And I'm always trying to post something there to try to, you know, trigger something within somebody to make them believe in themselves. And I opened up a TikTok account about a year ago, and I started working on TikToks and trying to come up with ways to bring our business into TikTok in a fun and interesting way. So it's not all just, hey, here's the product and, like, and hide the name and do all that stuff. So I did a video the other day that I thought was just a simple video, but it said, show yourself now and show what almost killed you. So I showed my image of myself today, and here I am, this runner guy. And then I turned and pointed and I put up the picture of when I wasn't using isogenics, 252 pounds, 37% body fat. And I was on the fast track to dying. I was going to be having a heart attack, diabetes, stroke. But I didn't know how to get out of that. I didn't know there was a solution out there. And the video, it got a bunch of likes initially, and I thought, okay, hey, wow, people like this video. It's kind of cool. My daughter, Julie, who many of you guys know, also joined Isogenics with me. And together we lost 110 pounds each. Greatest gift I could ever give to one of my children. And Julie says, Dad, she texted me, she goes, have you seen your video? There's like 40,000 likes on this thing. I'm like, 40,000? I feel like she made an error. I went to open up TikTok and I looked at it and I said, Jesus criminy, 40,000 people have seen this thing? And I saw that she's saying it was blowing up. Now, for you guys that aren't social media savvy, it doesn't mean it blew up like a bomb. It means it went viral. It's like all these people are looking at it. And it's like, wow. So it's a little overcome with emotion just seeing that. And then this weekend, as a lot of you guys know, because I've been bragging about it, because man, I can't believe I went from a guy who couldn't run to the end of my driveway to a guy who did a Spartan race. I'm going to be 60 in September. I couldn't even do that when I was in active duty. But this lifestyle has enabled me to do things that were beyond my imagination. So I'm sitting there going to look at the TikTok and I start going through the comments, and this is what Debbie's talking about. I saw a girl posted. She said her dad used to look like me when I was overweight, and her dad died. She said, I wish my dad would have found what you found. That killed me. I was sitting in my daughter's living room by myself, getting race ready, and I cried because I thought how sad that somebody wasn't able to reach out to her dad. And I thought that was me. Her dad died. I didn't. I'm here today. I could have died just in the last 18 months from COVID. We saw people dying because they were obese, because they had diabetes. They couldn't fight back. And we see people all the time dying of heart attack. We've all lost family and friends to heart attacks, cancer, diabetes. So you guys all matter. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, and Jeff Beebe talks about this all the time about the ripple effect. And he talks about, just think, if Jim and Kathy Cooper never started this, how many people in this world would have perished? How many people would not have found a new life? And we talk all the time about isogenics is life-changing. It's also life-saving. And I know we can't claim that as a medical, aspect of it, but it truly is. Remember how the American Heart Association would say in the commercials, it's a matter of life and death? It really is. And what we have to always remind ourselves is get over our fear of reaching out to somebody. Get over the whole thing of they might say no. Kyle just said it. Someone didn't talk to the one lady because she was wealthy. And I've done it. I know we've all done it where we thought this person's going to say no. Or they reject you initially. Once in a while, I go to enroll somebody and they start up on day one. They're like, yeah, what do I do? How much is it? Yeah, well, here's my credit card. That doesn't happen very often. So you might have to work. It took my sister and Gina a month of talking to me. Stick with them. Because if somebody hadn't done that for me, not only would I not be running 10Ks and running and doing Spartan stuff, I might not even be here for my kids. So there's a lot of you guys in here that joined this lifestyle because you needed it. desperately for health, wellness, and to be around for your family. There's a lot of people out there that need it too. And to read something like that, that someone says to you on social media that they lost somebody and they're looking at your picture and feeling bad, I don't ever want to think about that again other than for motivation, because it told me I got to try harder. And that's what I'm telling all you guys. You guys matter. What you guys do matters. And you guys impact and change people's life for the better every single day. And I know you guys don't do it just for the dollar. You guys do it from the gratification of, man, I showed somebody a way out. I showed them a door and they took it. And when you get that text or that email, they say, oh my God, I feel so great. That is fulfilling and it gives you purpose.
That's so that story, when I saw you share that, I was just like, I was frozen. It just hit me so hard. And now you mentioned, we don't do it for a dollar, we do it to help. But if we think about back to what Cal started with, and then what I mentioned is, when we know better, we do better. When we reach out to people, we don't decide if they need the financial aspect, because if you don't have money, you can't even buy health care. And that could save your life, right? And people forget that. They get all weird about, I can't share the business opportunity, but what if that person needs you to share that business opportunity? And thank God Isagenix has group insurance that we can purchase, but so many people can't even buy their own prescriptions because insurance doesn't cover certain medicines, and they can't even get the medicines they need to keep themselves healthy. We want to all be nutritionally mindseted, but there's another side to that also, so thank you for that share. Thank you for going live. And I want to encourage everybody on here, when you have stories like that, write them up, share them in ISABEST but share them on your Facebook profile too. We need them in ISABEST to stay. Let's keep each other encouraged. Let's support each other. Let's keep people inspired. Keep me inspired. Keep me motivated. We all need it. We all deserve it. And that's how we can serve one another with this community. And I would love, if you guys haven't heard this, most of you have, if Alvy Shepherd, if you wouldn't mind unmuting yourself and just share the story of Mark Ostrowski. I mean, that, and we all know Alvy's story. Thank goodness somebody shared with Alvy. Can't imagine my life or our life or Isagenix without Alvy. Can't imagine this world without Alvy. But Alvy, you have such a great story. And then with Mark Ostrowski, I mean, here's another case.
Yeah. So thanks, Debbie. Love all of you, of course. So Mark and I, and Mark, Jennifer, and their kids and I go back 15 years ago. So when I first met Mark, I was doing private lessons for professional lessons with baseball players in the area. And I was asked to be a 13U travel coach. Worked out the logistics and I said, yeah, I'd love it. So I coached, his son was one of my players. And I was about 300 plus pounds at that point, and I was in, not a good lifestyle whatsoever. Anyways, so Mark and I struck up a great relationship. Him and I got along really well, which isn't hard. I mean, he's a great guy, and I think I'm a pretty good guy myself. And so we hit it off. And anyways, years went by. He saw me when I was at my worst and didn't know the extent of how bad I was. But once I got my wake-up call and changed my life, he saw the whole transformation, and his son reached out to me and said, Alvy, how are you, man? I've watched your transformation. It's amazing. And I need you to get a hold of my dad because I'm worried about him. He's like, I need you to get a hold of him. And I said, of course. So I had already reached out to him a long time ago, but it was real brief because I was new at it. And the follow-up, he kind of reminded me to follow up. So I followed up. And I just said, hey, we had just had my son Kingston, Rachel and I reached out to him and I said, hey, I really would love to talk to you more about my nutritional plan. And and he said yes. They said, come on over. So I actually came over with my 2-week-old son and Rachel. We went over to their house, And, you know, who could say no to newlyweds with a baby, right? But so anyways, we went over there and we just sat there and we talked and he saw my transformation and he's like, okay, let's go ahead and do this. So and he didn't find out, he actually said yes to me coming over when he found out from his son that he had asked me to come over. It broke his heart to think that his kids were worried about him.
How old
And
was
so
his son, Albie?
his son is now 20.
How old was his son when he asked you that?
Oh, so this was this was seven years ago, about six and almost 7 years, because I've been in Isogenics for 7 years in July 21st. So he joined me like they joined me 3 or 4 months after I started. So,
14 years old?
Yeah, so somewhere, no, he was already so probably 18 at that point. So yeah, so basically, again, he just said that he was worried about his dad, and his dad found out that he was worried, and he said he felt bad for burdening his kids with his health. So the rest is history. You know, Mark's 107 pounds down in 4 months, and I know that's not compliant, but that's what he did. And his wife Jennifer, who's amazing as well, is down 45 pounds, and they changed their entire lives. So reach out, follow up too. I almost dropped the ball in the follow up, but his son reminded me.
It's just so amazing. And, you know, it saddens me when we burden our kids. It really does. It really saddens me. And that's one of my whys. You know, we talk about my why. I wanted to make money. Then I wanted to retire my best friend, and I wanted to travel with my best friend. But one of my whys is watching people as they get aged, and then they have to maybe go into a home, a caregiver home or whatever. I can't, what's it called? I want to call it an old folks home. That's not what it's called. A convalescent hospital. And they can't even afford that. So then there's ones that are less than attractive for sure. And then there's very expensive ones, or they could have somebody come in and take care of them or burden the family. Now I'm pretty sure here on this call I would take care of my mom in a heartbeat. But see, I don't want to do that to my kids. I don't want to do that to my kids. I don't want them to struggle through trying to find money, or me living with them, them taking care of me in my older years, or them not being able to care for me the way they would want to, and then they feel guilty. Like, that's one of my whys. I want to make sure that I have enough money as I get older that my kids don't have to worry about. That's already set. And some of you, you know, aren't even close to that age and thinking about that. And some of the people you're working with aren't close to that, but that's always been a real thing for me, because as a teenager, I was a volunteer in a convalescent hospital. So I watched all of this happen at a very young age. So I've always been very concerned with that. And my daughter always jokes that she's just going to send me down the street and have somebody else take care of me. Well, guess what? I'll have my own money and she won't be able to do that. But that's just one of my concerns, is not burdening my kids and my family. So there's so many different aspects. You know, you hear Dana's story and Albie's story with Mark, and I'm sure you guys all have your own story. We have like 6 minutes left. If there's somebody that has a story that they want to tell of somebody they helped, or a story that they know how Isogenics helped in a very distinct way, like we're talking about, where the person is now still around because of it, we would love to hear from you. Yeah,
Debbie,
Mark.
I don't have a success story, but I wanted to thank both of these guys, because if you remember on our call on Sunday, I was talking about a mom that the whole family is obese. They're very unhealthy. They're addicted to sugar, and she's been having, you know, some really rough detox symptoms. And you guys have just reminded me to just keep going with her, and to keep helping her, and to keep working with her, because they need it. They really, really need it. They're all in danger with their health, the whole entire family. And you guys have just reminded me. I mean, I look up to Albie and his success. I look up to Dana and his TikTok success. because I love social media. So thank you guys. It really just struck a chord, those stories, and reminded me to maybe be soft with her, but be tough with her, because they really, really need it. So thank you for that.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Monique. Mark.
Yeah, I just wanted to touch on Elvie and Dana, you know, fantastic stories. And something that Kel said was, don't ever underestimate someone that's not interested, because one of my neighbours, you know, he lives 2 doors down, sees me driving past all the time. And then one day he stopped me and said, mate, you know, what's that Isogenics hat? You know, what's all that about? You know, you look as though you keep healthy. And that little chat, he now is 8 weeks in, and he sent me a text the other day, is to say, mate, you changed my life. That little chat on the driveway changed my life, because he was going through a broken relationship. He was depressed. He was heartbroken. And he said, he says, I'm just got a new lease of life. He said, it's like I'm 20 again. I'm going to the gym. I'm out and about. He said, my life is completely different. He said, I was in a black place. And he said, now I feel so good. And so you never know exactly what happened to Dana and Elvie and everybody, you know, the people that you can impact just by being a product of the product. And everyone's different. You've all got a story. You know, you don't have to be a Elvie Shepherd with his muscle body behind him sitting there and his statue or whatever. We've all got our story that's going to relate to someone. Okay, so please just share it. That's all you got to do. You know.
Dana, go ahead.
I want to say something real quick.
I had a quick alibi. We call them alibi round. You got an extra round in the chamber. When I was out riding bike today with my grandson, we saw one of my neighbors from my golfing community, and he's on the wrong side, like he's away from where he normally lives, walking. I said, hey, you're out walking, man. You're out of your turf. He said, yeah, I'm starting to walk longer. I've been watching you running. We got a little bit further down the road, and my grandson, he said, hey, Grandpa, you know, I think you're having like an impact on people in your neighborhood, because we see more people riding their bike and walking now. I think they've been watching you. And I said, maybe, Juju. And we got a little further down the road, and he said, how far are we going today? And I said, we're going 15 miles. And he got it kind of big eyes, and he goes, no, Grandpa, we're going 17 miles. I want to beat my record. So I'm telling you guys, it's not just the big people. Even the little guys are watching you. And Julian, you know, he put on a lot of weight because of me and Julie, how we used to live. And he fully turned around. He loves our products. He loves the shakes. He loves things. And I'm telling you guys, even kids, your neighbors, people are always watching. And that was like validation for me. Like, he caught something I hadn't caught. I go, you know, you're right. Because I do see a lot of people out being more active. So I just want to throw that out there real quick before we go.
Awesome. Thank you, Dana.
Hey, Debbie,
and Jeff, I'm going to let you close out.
I want to say something real quick. If you guys, I don't want to read it all because it's extremely long, but I shared a memory today, and I'm going to show this picture right here. And if you go in the group, that's Jonathan Hall. If you go in the group, and I made me message him today. If you go in the group, watch his 2 videos that I suggest you from in the past, but he was 400 and something pounds. It took him 3 years to reach out to me. And a memory came up, and I posted it. I shared it today. And I mean, it's long. He wrote this long story, but it makes you realize the impact each and every one of you guys are having, and I'm having on people's lives. And take a minute, if you can, go to my profile and read it. And you'll realize, dang, he's down 100 and something pounds already. And his wife's a nurse even. And but you never know who you're going to impact. And when you listen to him on our group, and he's not real active in there, and he's a successful individual. So again, just realize everybody needs it, and people are watching. Took him 3 years, and he said he hung up numerous times because I left my number a few times and he had it. So just know we're making a big difference in people's lives. But when you read that, what he wrote, it's pages. I mean, it's a long thing, but it'll make you guys, it'll inspire you guys to go, you know what? Don't buy anybody. I mean, I told him when he asked the price, I said, why does that matter? And he remembered it. He wrote it in there. Why does the price matter? You're calling. So read that. It'll inspire you. All right, guys.
I
That's
love
it.
Thank you. So we have a special for July. If you guys don't know, if you weren't on the call this morning or didn't read it, we have a special. You enroll 2 people. I think it's 100 BV or more on auto ship, aka lifestyle rewards on lifestyle rewards. Always, we always enroll people that way. We don't do them injustice. Come on now. You get a pack of collagen. And if you do 3 people in this month, you get an extra $60. So guess what? That's for everybody, not just you. So let your teammates know they too can have free collagen and $60. And their people can, and their people can, and their people can. So who do you know? And let's unmute and scream at 1, 2, 3 Isogenics. Let's see. I'm looking around. And I'm thinking Renee Caney would be the perfect person to yell us out.
All right, Mike's gonna help me. All right, everybody, 3, 2, 1.
I
said
said
it.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
God
Bye,
bless you.
guys. Thank you
Oh,
so much,
no.
everyone.
Thank you guys.
And Mark, stay on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.